You go, oh my God. Who said that? Neil deGrasse Tyson? Is that where that's from?
Stephen, they have a right.
In my head, yes. When Adam Friedland asked him about
Stephen, they have a right to call Timcast Transcast.
Mr. Steven, I have a gift to you.
Wait a minute. Stop everything. Let's watch some Stevie.
Steven, they're fans of mine, but I'm even bigger fans of theirs.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Steven podcast. I'm Steve.
I'm Steven. We got a great show for you today. It's the 3-year anniversary of George Floyd.
Yes, 3 years sober.
He hasn't had an ounce of fentanyl in his system since. How about that?
Nope, absolutely not an ounce. So, wow, time flies when, I don't know, when you're having fun, I guess.
I even made a note. No, I'm not going to make any jokes like he died from fentanyl or whatever. But that was the first thing I did.
Oh, well, we weren't joking. We were being very serious that he has been sober. But what a guy. Out of all of the people murdered by police officers, he was like a true entrepreneur. He was an adult film actor. He was a musician. He worked with Derek Chauvin, too, as the bodyguard. And he ended...
Did anything ever come out about his adult career? Did anybody ever find the videos?
No, I thought people were like banning the porn on like porn websites because they didn't want people looking it up and like sharing it online.
Well, but if it's out there, then it's out there.
Right.
So I'm dying to see it.
Yeah, I've only seen screenshots of it, but it'd be so funny too if they use that as like a picture, because you know they've got like 5 pictures of him in existence.
Yeah,
I like the one where it looks like he just figured out how to like unmute his mic on Zoom, where he has his glasses on.
Yeah, I like when the regular one of him in front of the brick wall is just flipped horizontal or vertically or whatever.
Yeah. I also really liked the people who brought it upon themselves to start making like murals of George Floyd, but they've never drawn in their life. So I just loved seeing like those shittiest pictures of him, like George Floyd with Down syndrome, like it's some AI generated art or something like that.
Yeah, it's like whenever you see one of those tigers in the wild that has Down syndrome, it's just a little off.
Yeah.
And the lips, they don't ever go easy on the lips. They go hard on the lips every time. They don't make those things small ever.
Exactly. I also forgot. Okay, so in 2020, I had a family member pass away and they worked on a military base. And so they had a separate like funeral service for them, like from the people from the military. And the eulogizer, he was saying something about like, you know, as if losing this loved one wasn't hard enough with COVID-19 and the recent death of George Floyd. And my grandma and I were sitting like, I think like 2 rows apart or something. And we like both are the only people who just like made eye contact because we were like, did he really just say George Floyd? And after the funeral, my grandma and I went up to each other. First thing we said was like, George Floyd? Did you hear that right?
What the fuck?
It's insane.
Yeah, that is crazy. Damn. Just an unrelated tragedy altogether.
I know. Yeah. Someone should have booed.
Way to make it about George. But we love him. He's been a staple of the show. He would be our first guest if he was still alive.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? I messaged him. I said, hey, in 3 years, we're going to have a podcast. Would you want to be a guest? And he liked the DM. That's the last I heard of him. That was on May 24th of 2020.
What was his thing? He was going back to school to become a doctor or something.
No, I think he just literally had fake money. They couldn't even spin it. When they had that store footage of him before he died, they said he was just living his best life. That's like the best they could come up with.
Damn.
There was, the Trayvon thing. I saw something because Trayvon's murder death was not celebrated, but it happened. The anniversary of it happened not too long ago. And I think some New York Times-ish article had a picture of him, and it was like AI has shown what Trayvon Martin would look like today if he were still alive, or maybe the university that they thought he would go to, they gave him like an honorary degree or something. I don't know. Yeah,
that reminds me. Do you remember when, I don't even know what they're in, but just like the missing children thing, and it was like people, like this was in the early 2000s, and I don't know if it was like in a magazine or it's not like on a milk carton. It's
okay, that's what I was going to say.
But it's like, they did like a simulation. It's like, oh, this person was kidnapped in 1988 when they were 5 years old. This is what they might look like today.
I think I vaguely know what you're talking about.
I don't know what those were in. That was crazy. I do remember when Trayvon died, though. Everybody in my school, I mean, that was just the joke. You just walked through the hall and said Trayvon.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's George Floyd is sort of that, but from my adult years. How about that?
And that's like the truest ascension, you know? So you can just, it could be a sad story, or it's like you become meme-ified, because for that brief period after your death, you know, you can't even like murmur your name unless you're 150% serious. So for someone to just go, like, one of my bullet points on this is George Floyd Gaming, you know, like the YouTube channel. So R.I.P. Big Floyd, we love you. Yeah, you know, Jordan Neely tried to take his spot, but...
By the way, who's the person that stole my joke that I never made publicly anywhere, but they still stole it?
I don't know, what's your joke?
It's ironic that the Neely guy didn't die by kneeling on his like neck, but George Floyd did.
That was the MK Ultra Money podcast.
Who are they?
They're kind of like the Schizotopia podcast.
So maybe we'll be friends with them eventually. I don't know.
Maybe.
Do they suck?
They're good. No, I like them actually.
Okay.
So it's out of respect to hopefully have them as a guest someday. No,
It's a funny joke that they got to make first. So there. I have some news.
Did we want to plug the interview or?
Oh yeah,
so I forgot to do that at first. Guys, something real quick, super special announcement. If you've made it this far in the podcast, we have a great announcement to make. Check this out. We had John from Fishtank's John as a guest on Steven. He's the first guest.
It was. Remember, we were going to have Ben Shapiro. Well, we did have Lex Fridman. He did call in, but that was such a short interview, we don't count it.
Yeah, we don't count that one.
But Lex Fridman did call in one time. Ben Shapiro stood us up episode 1, which was crazy, but we still think we can work that out. But the John interview is going to be great. It was quality John tent.
Yes, it was awesome. And he was so nice. It was a great time. I have a little promo for you guys, though. I'm going to show it to you. Yeah, I guess you could say
I got a black wife. Sorry, I mean...
All right, here we go.
That was Bill Burr, everybody.
This is exclusive to this episode. So get ready.
So I feel like me personally, how I see autism, I feel like too many people who have autism are coddled. I would say the slave masters have developed new tactics to trick the population. Because think about it, back in the day, usually the alpha is someone who could build up everyone around them and help them grow and flourish themselves. The alpha is usually the one who tries.
Okay, hang on real quick. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be like a compilation of things he said, but the way that I put those two clips together, it made it sound like the slave master was the alpha. That's not what I meant. Sorry.
Provide for everyone and take care of everyone.
You feel like-
I truly do feel like if Morgan had me on his podcast, he would enjoy talking to me. I know a lot about human behavior. So I don't know. I kind of know a little bit of everything, essentially.
Yeah, you're great on Twitter, too. You've been putting out a lot of good stuff.
What's your guys' favorite tweet I've done?
If you had to diagnose yourself as a Family Guy character, which character would... Yeah, and that's where it ends. So what does he answer? You're going to have to find out. You're going to have to watch.
Which Family Guy character is he?
Most importantly.
Oh, man. That was good. That was a good promo.
So check it out. It's going to be
the
out.
impulsive music that we're not going to have over it.
Well, I messaged George Janko, and he said that he's no longer on the podcast anymore, so he couldn't get me the rights to the song.
Damn. Okay.
So,
well, the John interview is going to be great. John from Fishtank.
So shout out to John. We love you. Thank you so much for being on the show. Now we've got some news to talk about.
Yeah, I got some Twitter news up top.
Let's just jump into it.
Let's just dive in. Twitter is getting a new CEO. It's not the Asian lady with the big tits like we thought. That wasn't real. By the way, I founded that account. There's a whole account of
Just
AI generated Asian women with big tits. It's cool. But Linda Yaccarino, a lot of people are mad. I saw somewhere that she works for the World Economic Forum. Yeah. Is that true, you think?
I think it is true. But she's also worked with like both Democrats and Republicans for some organization. I don't know. She's I guess kind of known for being like middle of the road. Okay.
I did see Portnoy said she's talking about the Derby and Penn State football. She talking about Penn State football? I'm in love already. That's how Portnoy said.
Good. Political Portnoy.
As you see too, Instagram /Meta/Facebook is releasing a competitor. Yeah, they are. It's basically just a clone of Twitter. It's coming out this summer.
What's it going to be called? Gay?
I'm not prepared. No, I don't know if it's out yet.
Metter.
It has a dumb name. I think it's out there somewhere. Maybe you can look that up.
Here we go. Oh gosh, here we go. Oh, it's codenamed P92 or Barcelona. Okay, well, great.
Avi Bins V, where's he from? So yeah, that was my Twitter news.
We didn't want to talk about the Twitter space and the DeSantis.
Oh yeah, no, let's get into DeSantis.
So yes, guys, you've already heard the news. Ron DeSantis has announced that he is running for president, and he tried to do it over a Twitter space, which we at separate times both attended. Couldn't get in because Twitter, I guess, couldn't handle the bandwidth or something, and I guess it was a big fail.
Too many Steves.
Too many Steves, yes. I don't know. I'm actually kind of a little surprised that he actually decided to run, but here's the thing. Ron DeSantis is like the biggest fucking it in politics.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not surprised that he's running because there was all of this fake hype that was generated around like getting him to run. And he is the type of person to just do what everybody says and to like go with the flow to try to look cool. Some like photos of him like doing, I don't know, like hurricane disaster relief. He dresses up, like he plays dress up when he's getting ready for these press, like, what do you call them? Press, whatever, for picture time. And it reminds me of like Justin Trudeau, because Justin Trudeau, when he does the same exact thing, I can almost envision him being like, I'm going to put this on and da-da-da. Ron DeSantis does the same thing. He looks so gay in every picture that he's in.
Didn't he pretend to be in the military?
Yeah, I think so.
That's my favorite thing to do is say that people in the military lied about it.
That's a good, but yeah, he faked it. I mean, he was in the Navy, obviously, given by the way he looks, but I've got a couple of fun moments from Ron DeSantis. Okay, I blew the lewd.
You blew Ron DeSantis.
Yes. On this moment here. Okay. So this was a classic moment from not too long ago. Okay. So this is the classic. This was before he announced that he was running, but we get this epic.
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes. I'm not a candidate.
Do you remember a few episodes back when I said there was that old man at my elementary school who would like bobble his head when he would tell us not to run? That's literally what this is doing.
Well, he just gave away his big tell, of how when he's lying, he just fucking moves his head like a turkey.
Yeah, he just starts spazzing out.
It's like,
we need a sound effect of like bones rattling or something to go along with that. And then here's the other clip. This one came out not too long ago, and I still think about this clip to this day. This is the classic let me learn how to laugh at everything a la Jimmy Fallon style. It's a short, but normally I don't like it when shorts are like edited for funny effects, but this guy did a good job. So he wipes his nose first of all, wipes it on somebody. And then here we go, the fake laugh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He totally does that on purpose.
Oh yeah.
A 1,000,000% chance that was on purpose.
I think he was asking the guy about like a car too or something, and that laugh like came out of nowhere.
Jeez.
So do you have anything else on Ron?
No, but I am going to reiterate that Steven is a Trump podcast.
Yes, we are a
Trump show.
Yes.
And so I'm going to read something from Trump. This is just going to be, if you just saw him wiping snot, you saw DeSantis wiping snot on someone just now. Now I'm going to read you a little Trump article. People Magazine 2016. This is why we love Trump. It's not the whole article. Don't worry. I always do this. I bring one article. In an unearthed interview from 97, Donald Trump claimed he was a brave soldier for avoiding STDs during his single years in the late 90s. And here's a quote. "It's amazing. I can't even believe it." I'm not going to do the whole thing. "I've been so lucky in terms of that whole world. It's a dangerous world out there. It's like Vietnam, sort of. It's my personal Vietnam. I feel like a great and very brave soldier." So he didn't get STDs. And he called the vaginas potential landmines.
So Ron DeSantis is over here lying about how he was in the service. Meanwhile, Trump is an actual veteran. He was avoiding getting any STDs.
Yes, exactly.
So that's what I mean. Trump just has that experience.
He says, if you're young and in this era, and if you have any guilt about not having gone to Vietnam, we have our own Vietnam. It's called the dating game.
Yes.
Dating is like being in Vietnam. You're the equivalent of a soldier going over to Vietnam.
And which DeSantis has no experience in the dating battlefield.
Yeah.
So I feel like the last thing I will kind of say, well, first of all, Tim Pool and I almost said Rick Rubin, Dave Rubin have gone out on Twitter to support DeSantis, and they've already started shitting on Trump, showing their true colors. The other thing, I was kind of thinking about this, is something Tim Pool said was like, Ron DeSantis just needs a little bit of training in media. Other than that, I think he could be qualified to be the president.
Tim Pool said that?
Yeah, that's what Tim Pool said.
Oh.
But when I got to thinking about it, the media actually plays like one of the biggest roles in terms of the president. Because if you're always worried about what the press is going to say about every decision that you make, you're going to be under pressure. Like, you're going to be a mess. You know, you're going to be a fidgety, bobbly-headed retard.
Yeah.
Where Trump, I feel like he was able to make all of these tough decisions, acting calm and collected, because the one thing that he succeeded in more than any other president is handling the media. Like, I think people overlook the importance of handling, you know, news and whatnot. And DeSantis just doesn't have that factor, and he's not going to be.
He doesn't have it.
No, and I actually have some videos from Truth Social. I had to make a Truth Social account.
Ooh.
So we can see what Trump has been saying. He had some pretty good lines here. Let me find.
Ron DeSanctimonious.
Ron de shut the fuck up, you fucking little faggot.
Damn, we really need the soundboard for stuff like that. That would have been a good slam dunk sound effect.
Here we go. DJT. To suck me off.
To suck me
Rob DeSanctimonious and his poll numbers are dropping like a rock. I would almost be inclined to say these are record falls.
Gay.
The question, is Rob just young and experienced and
Did you call
naive?
him Rob?
Yeah, he calls
more
him
troubling,
Rob.
is he a fool who has no idea what the hell he's doing? We already have one of those in office. We don't need another one. We need MAGA. Make America great again. That's what we want. Make America great again. We have no choice. This is the last shot we've got at it. If we don't win this time, our country is in really big trouble. Thank you.
He has a few other ones, but none of them are as good as that one. That one was short and to the point. Gosh, Rob DeSanctimonious.
Yeah, it's hilarious that he's fucking up the first name on purpose.
That's like something Red Bar would do. He's a Red Bar fan. He's gonna have a sound bar or a soundboard at his speeches. Next thing you know,
debates. They're gonna have to debate now.
Yeah,
unless it's never even close.
I don't know. Some polls were saying, according to Truth Social, Trump actually shared this. Oh, and the video, I forgot this video he shared.
yeah, with the Twitter space.
It's way too long and it's not too funny, but it is just funny that Trump, you know, shared it.
I love that Dick Cheney's in there with Adolf Hitler and the devil, and just the FBI is its own.
Oh, where were these polls at? I think, well, Trump was at like 50% and then DeSantis was at 20%. So there's going to be a lot of false actors. Okay, no, sorry, 69%, and DeSantis is at 13% of the population, despite making up 50% of the homicides, gays. He's sucking them off.
Yeah, 13%. So, what, do you have all the black people?
Yeah.
Did you see the Biden social team put out that post too in response to DeSantis?
Oh, I didn't read it, but when I was like looking for stuff about DeSantis,
there was nothing to read. But the post was like, "Our link works." It was like a donation link, but it just said "Our link works." So that was their cool shot at DeSantis, dumb Santis as we call him.
Down syndrome.
Oh, but then I saw that Tom Myers like took a screenshot of the Biden link. He goes, "Auburn" or something like that. You know, just something Tom.
Fucking fire. You know, you little. I can't do Scottish accents. I can't even fall into it.
I love it when the news is like, Joe Biden tweeted, and it's like he didn't.
No, yeah.
You know, so it's like they think Biden put that burn in. It's like Biden didn't even know what's going on. He doesn't even. He like is 3 technological steps behind Twitter Spaces. Mm-hmm. There's no way.
When he has an idea for a tweet, they just have him write it down and like put it in like an envelope and then put it in the mailbox. Then someone just comes by 5 minutes later to open it up to give him that illusion. Mm-hmm. That's all I've got on Trump and
Did you see that the gay kid that the what is his name? Josh, GOP Josh or whatever.
Shoot. Yeah. I couldn't find his name, but I was trying to find, because what did he do? He like edited his face to look like a Giga Chad.
Yeah, he looks like a Giga Chad. I don't know. He used like Face App to give himself incredible cheekbones. You know, he's just a fat, pudgy kid who goes around being conservative, I guess.
I'm sure he's tweeting all about Ron DeSantis and.
Yeah. So then, but the community notes, because, you know, now Twitter has community notes. The note underneath that photo where he photoshopped himself to look like a Giga Chad says, Josh is misrepresenting his actual physical identity. That's just what the note said.
I love those. There's one of like a screenshot on Instagram, and it's something like Michelle Obama is actually a man, a cross-dressing man. And then like the Snopes fact check says like mostly false or something. So it's like letting you know that part of that is true.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. She's a part gorilla. What else? Politics. I got one more politics thing, I guess. Well, we got this other thing, but did you see the 10 Commandments law was not passed in Texas?
I did not. What was the law saying to make the 10 Commandments law?
Like mandatory, but to make it mandatory, like in classrooms.
That
like it would be up somewhere maybe or something.
Gotcha.
So that's probably a good thing that it's not up in my opinion, but.
Yeah. Can they put that up anyway though? Like, are they, even though it's not law, are they still allowed to?
No, I think
they probably just do. I'd imagine.
What are the 10 Commandments? No, I'm kidding.
Freedom of speech.
Yeah, guns.
Yeah.
God promised guns when he gave them to George Washington, the commandments.
Gave them to George Floyd to point at the pregnant lady.
Speaking of Jews who didn't receive the 10 Commandments because they're so evil, Ilana Glazer was in a Miller Lite ad. And boy, could I smell her pussy through the screen.
Yeah, they used her infected, you-know-what, for the yeast, for the beer.
Yeah, so beer companies keep being woke.
Yes.
I'm hoping you'll jump in and pick up some of this team
I
here.
am all for the gay beer, because I think beer is gay anyway. It's like Coca-Cola. Like if your personality is based upon something that you can just get at a convenience store, then it's not worth revolving your life around.
Yeah.
So if you're someone who feels the need to like boycott and like throw away your Bud Light signs, it's because you've wasted your life with no actual personality. And to me, that is funny. So I'm, again, keep making them gay.
Yeah, but what about Ilana Glazer? That's the Bud Light one, right? Bud Light has the training.
Yes. Wait, what was the shtick to this? Now I need it.
How did
that
the
women are
industry pay
so
homage to
that
the
women
founding
created
mothers of
beer,
Oh, gotcha.
bikinis?
and now we just use them to promote the product.
Oh yeah, that's retarded. Yeah.
I don't even want to say anything about it, honestly.
Oh, you brought it up. You got
Well,
anything? Do you
No,
like
it's
beer?
just no. I don't like beer. Miller Lite's all right, but I'm not drinking it now. It's too woke for me.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing I saw online, somebody commented was that all the women shown in the advertisement are just like lesbians, so they probably think that when women were like used to sell beer, hot women in bikinis, that
They loved it.
Yeah, they were into it.
Damn, of course. Gay beer is good, I guess.
But Bud Light is like just gross. I think it's probably
Yeah.
the worst of. I'm a hipster. I like Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Oh yeah, that one's a classic.
but I always like Miller High Life too. So I don't know. It's probably all garbage, but whatever.
There is really a nice spectrum of mascots for all the beers, because you've got the complete lunatic psychopath from Blue Velvet for the PBR, a different lunatic psychopath for different reasons for Bud Light, and then you just have the lesbian woman. I don't know anything about Ilana Glazer, but you know what? She put on an Ilana Blazer to appear as a CEO for Miller Lite. Lots of different mascots there going on.
And then the only other thing, I don't know if this is politics, but Rachel Dolezal posted a new Twitter profile pic and everybody was freaking out about it. It's not that good or anything. It's just...
Who's Rachel Dolezal?
She's the lady that like pretended to be black or whatever.
Oh, shit. Do you have the picture?
If you put in Dolezal,
geez,
it's
here
got to
we
be
go.
news. I mean, people are freaking out.
How do you spell her name?
Yeah. DOLE, sorry. ZAL.
Oh, yeah, this lady.
There you go.
So this is the new profile pic?
Yeah, that's the same one that's on Twitter. So it's either everybody going like, yes, queen, or...
So she isn't black, but she sure looks it. Is that the take?
Well, she does her makeup, so she looks like
Okay.
like she's not white.
I mean, she's fooling me. I thought she was George Floyd's sister.
Stolen valor, though.
Yeah. Her and Ron DeSantis in the same boat, just pretending to be something they ain't. I wonder if there's a makeup list picture of her. Oh, no. She makes sure that she is caked up for every single one of these pictures. So no one... Oh, she got the podcast.
Look at that. She does have a black woman's hairline, by the way.
She does. So this was her when she was going to be on Steven. She recorded some little bits for us.
Yeah.
And yeah, no candid white girl photos. So
that's like that girl that was on Dr. Phil or whatever. She looks like she could be black and she's white.
Yeah. You Catch Me Outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, if you said no, I would have felt so gay for saying that.
I got some sports news, but it's a little quick sports news here. Wick 2. So I don't know if you saw that this guy on the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, he just keeps going on Instagram Live and pulling out guns. And so he did this. He did this like a month or two ago during the playoffs, and he got suspended for a couple games.
Wow.
For posting a gun on Instagram Live.
There's no way that's the first time that's happened though in the NBA. Like a player just like using a gun.
You can't. Well, I mean, you can't. I don't know.
Huh?
Nobody's done it on social media before. I mean, in like 2010 or around there, Gilbert Arenas went into a nightclub. Or no, I might be getting him in Plaxico Burress mixed up. Anyway, Gilbert Arenas might have shot himself or something, but not on camera. So yeah, this Ja Morant. So there's a lot of Ja Wick memes out there.
Okay, because you were sending those to me, and I thought someone just took a random guy's face and just started saying Ja Wick. But I heard something about an NBA player posting pictures with guns. Okay, now it's all coming together. But we're looking right now. Who is this? The Celtics versus the
Miami Heat.
And two of the players on opposing teams, they've got pistols. I can see their holsters right now.
Yeah, it's in their waistband.
So he got suspended for that's so dumb.
Well, and now it's like, I don't know what they're going to do with him because he did it again.
Has he said like, I'm not going to put the guns away, or is he just like
the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver, which do you know what he looks like? He looks a little like Jewish Mr. Potato Head. He was like, last time we told him, and he's a good commissioner, even though he looks ridiculous, but he's actually like the only good sports commissioner. But
gotcha.
He was like, we made sure Ja was very aware, and he seemed like he was aware that this was a problem. And then again, within 2 months, he was just on Instagram Live showing a fucking gun. So that's Ja Wick. Woo. Man. Ja Wick. Woo.
I will say, that's so weird how like I get that professional athletes have to follow like a certain guidelines to appear as like role models for the youth. But the cost of that is that they all have to be like so gay and stupid. I don't know. I wish there was just more smack talk at press conference, more libel and slander, really. So just another day in what's this? Ilana Glazer's America.
Yeah. And then the other sports news, and I'll try to make this quick, but I probably could rant for a minute. But you know the Pat McAfee show? He's just an energy guy where he just goes on, he's just loud, and that's most of his fan base. But
this him?
Yeah.
That him?
And that's him.
Okay.
Anyway, he's going to ESPN and everybody's freaking out because he does just an internet show. And he got like, I don't know, we'll just say $100 million from like FanDuel or something last year. So he had a huge deal, and now he's going to ESPN and everybody's mad at him.
So what do you think? Do you think it's good that he went or bad?
Well, what he's doing is everybody's calling him like a sellout, and they're like, ESPN's going to ruin the show. And he's doing this like, he's feigning naivete. He's going, why would they want, I'm just doing a Trump impression. I can't even do that was so off from a McAfee impression. He's like, why would they want us to come to ESPN just to change our show? And why would we go there if we thought they were going to make us change? And like, to me, that's so dumb because it's, okay, you can no longer say whatever you want to say. You're now like inside of an A block, B block, C block setup bullshit. So, I mean, no, things are going to have to change. So just admit that you're a sellout. Admit that you're going to have to change 20% of your show, a lot of the language and format of it, so you can be fucking rich.
Yeah. To me, yeah, that's. I feel like people have a right to notice that. I mean, the same thing literally happened to Joe Rogan. So
yeah, he was compromised.
Yeah. So, because they won't get John on.
So just fucking, if you're going to be a sellout, do it. I mean, everybody else in your position would take a huge deal to be on. And he's going to be on ESPN, ESPN2, and like ESPN Plus. So he's going to be on like every waiting room TV in America. He's like, why would you not if you have the choice? But okay, that's sports. Sporty sports.
All right.
Go Celtics.
We've got a few random media related stories here. This one is a big confirmation. I'm so glad. I've been suspecting this for a while, hopefully, with the hypothesis that Lex Fridman is not actually this stupid, but he's actually a Mossad agent who is meant to perpetuate what I can only refer to as the Big Bang Theory fan archetype. You know, the show is canceled, so we need another fake intellectual icon to gravitate towards. This is the new Sheldon. He has now confirmed that he is a Mossad agent with this tweet that he had the other day saying, "I'm lucky to have gotten the chance to attend Game 3 of Heat versus Celtics in Miami last night and to hang out and have great conversations with Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner. This was my first time at a live basketball game." I don't know. Wow. Okay. Energy was wild. Thank you for this amazing experience. So we need to check where
prayer hand emoji sign.
Yes.
Or whatever they call that.
Yeah. So first of all, let's see what the hand situation. I think they're holding on to the rails. He is showing a fist in case, you know, he has to start throwing hands, start punching Ivanka or something.
Ivanka's so hot, by the way. Woo, mama, she's hot.
She is. Yeah, I don't even. No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna say, I don't even blame Trump for thinking she's hot. That is weird. That is weird if Trump did think that. But I'm saying I would understand. Anyway, does he have boobs too himself? I thought he was a workout guy. I'm seeing like T.
Yeah, but if he's Mossad, which did you already get to that?
Yeah. I said Mossad.
Yeah. I didn't want to blow your load for you. If he really is Mossad, then yeah, he definitely is taking the Elon Musk. God, I can't talk. The Elon Musk, you know, HGH.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any real working out, is my point.
Right.
And if he's been off the stuff for a while, he gets his man boobs back. And why does he just look like? I mean, this look that he has on his fucking face is so ridiculous.
It's like he's killed 200 people, but he still has like 250 more people to kill before his night is over as this, you know, as a hitman.
I don't have to out myself right now because my face has not been on camera yet. But this is the face. This is my default face, so maybe it's coming from a place of insecurity. Me interviewing John, that was my face. Me during your wedding photos, that's my face. It's just.
You'd think he'd at least like smirk. You know, he's next to Ivanka Trump.
I saw this chart, by the way, the other day, and it was like, what's the white part of your eye called?
I don't know, the glow.
The glow. However, whatever's showing on that tells you like about a person. So like, see how you can't see any of the top.
Yeah.
And you see like just some of that. I think that's sociopath, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
You know, and then some people, like my eyes, I don't think you can see anything really. Because I'm making an Asian face.
Also, we've got this cop here just hanging out too. He's standing like he's going pee or something. Peeing on Lex. He can feel it.
Oh my God, he's on his shoulder. Holy shit.
He's telling him what to do.
He's about to crawl into his ear.
Grab Ivanka's butt. He's like, I am having a psychological warfare.
He's got the bad devil cop on one shoulder, but where's the good George Floyd on the other shoulder?
Yeah.
George Floyd angel.
He looks like he is trying to hold the smile back a little bit, actually. He's like, gotta keep up the persona. No happiness. He thinks someone's gonna do this to the photo and say, you could be Batman when he took that. You're not gonna be Batman, midget. Look at that. She's even taller than him. Embarrassing.
How tall is Ivanka Trump? Google that. She's gotta be 5'10", right? Or maybe she isn't that. I don't know.
I thought she was pretty tall. I thought she had like a big neck. Long neck. fat neck.
5'11".
5'11". Damn. He's tiny. Little baby Lexi Fridman.
Yeah, he's just trained in, he's like John. He's he's an expert in human behavior.
Yeah.
And we're all supposed to think he's a dope. You know that he probably, remember the girl he's playing Red Dead with?
Oh, yeah.
He probably fucked the shit out of her, and then he goes, but don't tell anyone. I'm actually a Chad Giga Alpha. Fuck Giga Chad.
He's doing what Neil deGrasse Tyson was doing on the Adam Friedland show, pretending like he ain't no jock.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There's Lex, Mossad agent confirmed, hanging out with Kushner's wife. But it is Chad. He had why didn't you take a picture with Jared Kushner? What he made Jared Kushner take the photo. So Jared must have felt a little intimidated by that. So I don't know. I'll make this also really quick. I feel obligated to mention the new Zelda game came out and I bought it and I've been playing it. And, I've been really blown away by, once again, like the internet news outlets for gaming that just suck off every game that comes out. Like IGN in their review, they gave this game a 10 out of 10, even though like half the content of the game is literally copy and pasted from the last game. So they took 6 years to make pretty much the same game again. And I'm saying, and that's fine. Like, it's okay to still play the game and it's okay to enjoy the game, but you at least have to admit, like, this is such a lazy attempt at making a game. It's like, I don't know, it's unacceptable, but you can still enjoy it. But everyone has to pretend like, oh, gaming has now changed because of the new Zelda game. And this is modern gaming at its finest. And they made a bunch of lies in their review saying that they brought dungeons back because in Breath of the Wild, they didn't have dungeons or not really. But, all they did is they took the micro dungeons from Breath of the Wild and they made them like 5% larger. And then they're saying like they've added a full score to the music because Breath of the Wild had no music. It just had like piano jingles. Same thing. They reused all of the music from the last game and then a few extra little songs and that's it. But then everyone's like, oh, it's better in every way. So that's my little annoyance about the new Zelda game. Still fun, still playing it. But I mean, let's not pretend like it's not just Nintendo looking down on the customers like, oh, we copy and paste and they will still love it.
I saw somewhere online that Nintendo said that Tears of the Kingdom is the template going forward for Zelda games or something like that.
Oh, yeah, literally, because they're probably just going to take half of that one and use it in the next one. I think what they probably meant is like the fact that you can like do anything in the game in any order.
Okay.
But I mean, they literally use the same map. They add to it, but it's the same exact map. Everything is in the same location with some differences.
Yeah, I feel like I'd hate that, but maybe if there's enough new stuff to do in the game.
Yeah, there's enough stuff to kind of keep it fun, but it's like with I'm just surprised that the attitude isn't the way that people think about Call of Duty. Like whenever I was younger, the way I would justify not spending $60 on Call of Duty is like, you guys know it's the same game remade every year, right? But everyone who buys it, they say, yeah, but it's still fun. So, I mean, like, yes, Zelda's still fun, but like, I'm not going to pretend like this is the new standard of video game. Mm-hmm. So that's all I really have on that.
6 years to make the same game, though?
Yeah. Embarrassing.
Good Burger 2 is coming out. Did you ever see Good Burger 1?
I did. I really liked that movie.
I like the show Kenan and Kel a little bit more than Good Burger, but I just saw that I was reading the Wikipedia for it, and it's like Kel Mitchell. He had been wanting to do a sequel for a while, and it's like, yeah, because he's not doing anything else.
Right.
Keenan's the one with his Andy Milonakis disease, looking fucking like a 10-year-old on Saturday Night Live.
Seriously.
For 20 years. And I was going to say my favorite episode of Kenan and Kel, see, I'll make this quick, is the episode when Keenan's eating a tuna sandwich and there's a nail in his tuna sandwich, like a nail.
Yeah.
Right? And they go to court over it, like it becomes a whole drawn out thing, and then you find out that Kel just dropped the nail in the tuna. And he just didn't want to tell him.
That's funny. I heard though in the sequel they invent the fried chicken hamburger, and that's
the fried chicken hamburger.
I don't know, the purple drink hamburger.
2 more things. We got Martha Stewart was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. She's 81 years old.
Okay, that was real. I thought that was just yet again another AI.
No, it was real.
Wow.
So my question for you is, would you bang Martha Stewart?
No. I mean, I was honestly thinking about it until you reiterated 81. I would kill her. And that's not like a
threat.
Dick's so big, I'ma kill this bitch. It's like she's so old. I go to shake her hand before the whole interaction takes place. I've ripped her arm off.
I'll be honest with you, I bet she's a freak still.
I
don't know if her vagina works, but I would do it maybe. I mean, but that's just the celebrity of it. It's not like I'm dying to bang Martha Stewart.
Right. It'd be a good story. You could go on Fighter and the Kid and say like, well, there was that one time I banged Martha Stewart, and there's the text from all the shorts like, whoa, no way.
Yeah. Did you really bang Martha Stewart? That's what Theo Vaughn would ask.
Interesting.
Yeah, I fucked the shit out of her. It was great. She had a wonderful So, I mean, honest, I got nothing else going on. I'd probably date her for a while too after that.
And you could probably get in on the will too. So
yeah, just make the most of her last.
And she's not Paula Deen. Sorry, I was mixing them up there for a second.
How dare you?
Not the look of Paula Deen, but the I just like my slave themed parties or whatever everyone said she said. So now I'm realizing, what was she famous for? She was a news anchor, right? Martha Stewart?
No, she did do Paula Deen type of shit.
Okay.
I think.
But now she's a porn star. She has an OnlyFans.
Is she really?
I don't know. I was just guessing based off that photo of the Sports Illustrated.
Okay, and then the only other thing here, Elliot Paige. Did you see Elliot Paige is writing a memoir? It's coming out. It's called Page Boy.
No, I have not.
One word, Page Boy. Look up the cover. It's so fucking ridiculous.
I'm still hung up on the fact that anytime someone says Elliot Page, that it's not Elliot Rogers. So,
sorry.
Well,
no, one word.
Oh, shit.
One word, and then just probably add. Yeah, there you go.
It's okay. I can't see the screen very well, so let's go. Oh.
Yeah, this is why I wanted you to wait to see.
Wow.
Signed edition.
Bro, I love how she's just a wigger, you know?
Yeah.
Like whenever girls want to become boys, they always want to become like the shittiest version of a boy. Like Elliot just wants to go and beat her wife, you know, in the trailer park that they live in. So, wow.
Made me want to puke.
I know.
Not because trans, but because at least if you're going to be trans, be hot.
Yeah.
Trick
us.
Kim Petras. Trick me all over again. Make me gay for Kim Petras. Or I just saw 100 Gex there. There you go. That's not a good job, though, either. See? And Kim Petras fools me every time.
Yeah, this picture definitely. Yeah, that and these. Yeah, that's very convincing.
No, that just looks like a dumb girl still.
Yeah, that looks like a girl. This looks like a girl. That's what I'm saying. Back to the Amazon. Dude, I was trying to get some content for the podcast. What was I going to... Oh, Elliot Page. I want to see if there's like an interview because I want to hear how...
Oh, the voice is ridiculous. Yeah, here you go. The voice 2023. How people are looking that up.
Elliot Page shows off its memoir. Here we go, folks. Here we go.
The first box of Page Boy. The physical book.
Just Tim Dillon's voice.
Seriously.
The box is already open.
Yeah.
It's your book.
Why? Yeah, she's looking.
Oh, it's real.
Oh, so you didn't write it.
Unlike your fake transition.
Can't wait for you to read it.
So what the fuck was that? She just pretended like she'd never seen her book before?
I know, seriously.
She just opened a box of books, of her books.
She should have been like, yeah, that's exactly what I expected. You're not going to show us like pictures. You have pictures of the surgery? Does she have a dick now too? I mean, come on, you got to answer that in the book, right? That's what everyone wants to know. And they always say, don't ask that question. That's like asking a Marine if you ever killed someone, but it's like, come on, we got to know. We had a veteran as a teacher, and on Veterans Day, some kid asked the teacher that if he'd ever killed anyone, and he got so mad. It was honestly really. That's just
funny. How the people that go to war are like programmed. They're like, when you get back, you're gonna be fucking miserable ever thinking about war. So don't ever. Because if I went and killed somebody, you think I'd be flustered? No.
Yeah.
But that would be in a war situation only. I'm not saying I would kill somebody just for the hell of it, but.
Gosh, that voice.
Oh my God, too, and it's crazy. What is it? The double standard. Other girls can't show their tits, but Elliot Page can. Oh, well, Elliot Page is a man.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you know,
let me inspect this with my magnifying glass. Let me look at him.
Ben Shapiro is mad because he wants to be horny.
Yeah.
Trans health.
I used to have a crush on Ellen Page, though, so this is kind of
what?
Yeah, I did.
That's... No.
When I was a kid.
Don't ever give me shit for any celebrity I've ever said I have a crush on. Ellen.
From like Juno? She didn't look kind of cute?
No.
All right. That's okay.
That's fine. Different strokes for different blokes, but your stroke's fucking a man now. So.
I know. Well, that's the problem.
Okay. You can see, though, that somebody like that, they've spent way too much time inside their own head.
Right.
You know, like if I'm left alone, because I spend enough time alone that if I'm alone anymore, I may go trans just from marinating on the thought.
And I think the other thing about it too, it's like you have millions of dollars. Like you can't do a little bit better. You know, you literally can't fool us at all.
If I was a woman and I thought I was trans, if I was Ellen Page, I would get the surgery to make me feel like I'm more of a woman, so I don't have to do all the other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's more work to just completely flip flop than to go more into the woman. I like how in none of these photos either. I guess I did do Paige boy, so that could explain it. But
yeah, it's a hairstyle.
I knew I was trans whenever one of my guy friends first called me dude in 2nd grade. It's so sad how in America, when things like this happen to other kids, we don't immediately start pumping them with hormones.
They always sound like the cigarette fucking,
yeah.
when you would lose your throat from smoking cigarettes.
It's like a prerequisite to taking the medicine. To offset the adverse reaction, you have to smoke for 30 years. You have to do 30 years worth of smoking. Like in the Xavier, whenever he has to age.
If he smokes enough bacon. Or wait, if he smokes enough cigarettes and eats enough bacon, you can go back in time.
All right, guys, we're bringing back... It's been a minute, but we've got the Comedy Cemetery, and we have a theme song. Ooh, spooky.
I'm glad you did that. That was exactly what I was hoping for Comedy Cemetery.
$5 to anyone who can guess where that music came from. That's all I'm saying. Leave a comment down below. We can reward you. Guys, we have a new person who... they're not buried yet, but it's their funeral. Jeremiah Watkins. So for those of you who don't know, 1, sorry that I have to tell you this. 2, Jeremiah Watkins, he was a band member in Kill Tony's stage band before he moved to Austin, Texas with Joe Rogan. Fuck yeah. And now he stays in LA and he has his own show, which is called Stand Up on the Spot, which I like to call Sit Down on the Pot because this is crap, right? It's pretty much, famous comedians go up on stage and they go, you guys tell me what to say. Just give me suggestions. It's like an offshoot of Kill Tony. It is the Better Call Saul of Kill Tony if Better Call Saul was an awful show. So we can get into some of this stuff right out of the get-go. If I've got the stuff. Also, fun fact about Jeremiah Watkins, he played the Joker in 3 out of the 78 episode series DC Superhero Girls. So he's pretty much like an A-list actor. And let's see. So here is some examples of this show. An example of Jeremiah Watkins is stand-up comedy. To tell you just kind of the type of humor this guy gets into. So his stand-up special is called... What is it with stand-up special titles, by the way, too, today?
Yeah.
Where they're just so much worse than they used to be. Like, it just has to be some flashy, like, clickbait name.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's like... It'll just be called... I don't know. I'm trying to think of other ones. We need to go through a list of these.
Weshy was Chris Stefano. Chris,
and then I was thinking Santino.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah, it was just cheeseburger. It's literally and he probably thinks that's so funny. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a cheeseburger.
No, that was good. That was a good Santino.
So we've got Daddy, and here we go, guys. Just sorry that you have to watch this.
What's his name? Santino?
Andrew Santino. Yeah.
Okay. Looking like the vultures from Disney.
How's everybody feeling tonight? You guys good? Yeah.
Shitty posture.
I just got this fresh haircut.
As we both correct our posture.
And I feel like I accidentally asked the barber.
Yeah, right. Sorry. To give you an idea of how rich he is, his first joke is about his new haircut because he had to slide that into the contract. Look, can I get my haircut? Can that be part of the special, part of the finances? I'll mention a joke about it in the first 30 seconds. Part of the deal.
Haircut.
Got a haircut. What reference?
I feel like I accidentally asked the barber for the Book of Mormon.
Yeah, 10-year-old reference right there.
When they were done, I looked in the mirror involuntarily and said, "Have you heard the good word?"
Ooh.
No.
I also feel like I look very German with this haircut.
Are you gonna do it?
Like, I don't think anybody would have been surprised had I come to the stage and been like, "How's everybody doing tonight? You guys good or what? Everybody good here? It's great to be here. Keep not smiling, all right?"
So yeah, the beginning of a stand-up special too is supposed to be like the best part, especially if it's on somewhere like YouTube where you can click away. This is the best he's got.
Yeah, it's a minute in and I'm bored.
Seriously. And so I will tell you, because I watched most of this.
He's doing a German accent within the first minute. Think about how ridiculous that is.
I know.
Too.
He does an act out about James Bond villains that are German. And so he does that for like 9 minutes. And then he concludes it with the classic, when no one laughs at what you say, he goes, "That was pretty bad, wasn't it?" Which to me, it's like if a school shooter, they shoot up a school and then the police come. If the shooter puts the gun down and goes, that was pretty bad, wasn't it? The cops don't just pat him on the back and say, all right, I'll let you off with a warning. Don't fall for this trickery that the comedians like to pull. They're little tricksters, and that's one of their tricks.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not funny and they suck, don't let them try to pass it along as like, oh, that was pretty bad. I know that it was bad. Then why'd you do it? That makes it worse for you.
Yeah.
You look even stupider. I wanted to look live at the most replayed part of this special, though. I haven't seen this part. This is allegedly.
He's jerking off.
Oh my gosh, yes. Allegedly the best part.
Are we going to watch him and what's his name jerk?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So here we go.
I gave you everything in my tank.
Wow.
And that's the actual story of how we conceived our son, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, like mediocre, like clapping, not even
just mediocre sex.
Seriously.
With Jeremiah. Yeah, nobody wants to see your gross gangly body like fucking act out like a jizz thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's funnier when Joey Diaz does that because he looks like he's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah.
When you do it, you look fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah. We know you're not having a heart attack. We know you're a little fit, so we don't want to see it. We're not interested.
This guy's an omega male. How about that?
Seriously. More like an omega fail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we don't.
And he was doing the thing where, he was laughing, trying to get them to laugh along as he went through the punchline because he was really looking at them like nodding.
Here we go, guys. It's like he's doing the please. This is the comedian's like please clap, like the okay, going in. Here we go. We're gonna do it. So we've got some stuff from his show. Hey, Lex. Stand up on the spot. Now, again, another thing about Jeremiah Watkins that's important to know is that he is like the final boss of what I call yes and, which if you've ever watched any like TV show, I'm sure Curb Your Enthusiasm even has some skit about this. Whenever the main character goes to the improv class, they're always doing the yes and demonstration. So you got two people. Someone starts with one sentence, the next person says yes and then they add on to it. So like, Steven, I am recording this podcast with you right now.
Mm. Yes, and wait. And I've got a gun.
And I'm gay.
And
yes,
I'm gonna shoot
gay.
you. And I'm gonna shoot you.
And yes, and
for being gay.
And I'm dead. And I'm gonna say yes, and I'm gonna say hi to George Floyd in heaven.
And I'm going to try to bring him back from the dead using a Ouija board. I'm going to communicate with him.
I was like, man, how cool would it be if I just stumbled upon a Ouija board before I came over here and I said as a bit we were gonna try to contact George Floyd to interview him. Anyway, so that's yes, and Watkins is I don't even want to say king because that implies that he's good at it. He just wants to always live in yes and land.
Yeah.
So what other person to do this with than Ian Fidance, who is truly like the embodiment of chaos.
Yeah.
Disguised as a comedian. You don't want to go up against this guy. And by the way, Ian Fidance, you could pay me $100,000 to hate him. And I couldn't do it. He just cracks me up.
Ian's hilarious, and yeah, he is like a real life trickster god from like a Native American religion as he fucking dances around on stage.
I purposely clip it at this part so we can just see him do this little.
He's sad clown mixed with trickster fox.
Yeah, he's like Robin Williams, but too stupid to kill himself.
Yeah.
That was fun. Yeah, you're great, dude.
Like too down on his luck. Yeah. So Jeremiah's smiling at the storm.
Suggestion or two.
What's that? SpaceX? Oh, I thought you.
Just get ready. This is where the yes and riffing begins. SpaceX. Ian starts
Are you gonna put the video in for this?
I'm recording.
Okay.
It's like gay sex. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, start your boners. I will say, gay.
And you go, I got to add on. Just wait.
Stick shift. Pit stop.
Nope, not enough. Got to
keep going. Hold on, quick. I got to refuel.
Ian's doing whatever he can to be on Jeremiah's dick.
Yes. First of all, let's not skip past that fact. Second of all, Ian also needs to get the last word in. He's one of those guys. And I work with some people who are like that. And it is kind of weird. You just kind of don't respond and let them get that last word. Jeremiah, though, thinks he wants to stay in Bitland. So Ian thought, hey, if I get back on the gay sex motorcycle, this will be the end of it.
And he probably knows that that Ian is like, Ian made that crowd go crazy.
Oh,
yeah. Look at that slow-mo.
But Jeremiah is having the time of his life. He's like, finally, someone who's going to do this bit with me. He's not breaking character. He's almost having too much fun to where I don't even want to shit on him. It's like, well, okay, he's cringe, he's gay and stupid, but at least he's smiling, he's having fun. But this is unacceptable. I'm sorry, Jeremiah Watkins. Oh, what did he say?
Now I want to hate him after his like gay hand on the side thing. Ian! That's the same thing he did when he was German earlier.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my SpaceX.
What does that even mean?
Hold on, let's pretend like we're driving again. Ready?
Yeah,
Ready?
he's like, if it didn't shut you up the second time, maybe the third time, and if it doesn't shut you up, at least your dick is near my ass. All right.
Those guys in the front row want to kill them. Look at these idiots.
I know.
Yeah. Would it be funny if when I left I got hit by a car? I'm like, bye. Thanks for the best night of my life. Oh. You know.
They could already bury you in that suit.
Damn, I don't. Yeah, okay.
Is Ian actually offended? Ian's so crazy.
Yeah, he's got to do the.
Tell me he doesn't look like the vulture from Disney. That's how I refer to it.
Yeah, his nose and his stance and it's always hunching over. Yes, every act out has to start with a hunch. Here we go. It's like he always thinks he like still comes from that era. Oh wait, no, that's what I was gonna say about Erik Griffin. Just kidding.
What else we got over here, huh?
Yeah, let's get to this Erik Griffin thing because
Are you showing the thing?
Oh yes. We're guys. This is some real nightmare fuel. And again, not to bring up Better Call Saul.
Erik Griffin is the Neil deGrasse Tyson of comedy. They look close enough. They look similar enough. They laugh the same. They're equally loud. They are know-it-alls.
But no amount of astrophysics can produce what we're about to see. Guys, I'm not even kidding. When we watched this the other day, I was freaked out.
I don't want you to invade the stage.
We're still on the. Oh, dude, it went fuzzy. Hang on. No, we're coming back. It's scary every time, dude.
Do the auto. Go to settings and do highest.
We're gonna have to do a computer enhanced. See, my computer is using AI. What is 1080p YouTube Premium Edition? And you get still 1080p.
Did I miss something earlier?
Hang on.
And I don't like how you said that. It's like you just invoke Russia and everybody goes, okay. I don't want you to invade the stage.
Good pun. Good pun.
Yes, dude. Like, where did his teeth go?
His tongue is massive.
His mouth somehow has the bottom half of his face is somehow enlarged too, beyond his head. You see, it's like a stretch effect. I mean, what is going on here?
It's Frogger, bro.
Dude, it's too creepy is what it is. And Erik Griffin is he's going to be the next podcast mogul because he has that show with Chris D'Elia and who's the one everyone hates? Brendan Schaub, right? Brendan Schaub is paying so much money for the same Whitney, not Houston, Cummings plastic surgery to try to look pretty. He's going to run out of money, go bankrupt. He's going to have to sell the podcast company. Chris D'Elia, again, he's still on his way out. He tries to come back every now and then, but even Rolling Stone had a piece about him still raping women and making his own D'Elia cult. So he's just going to be there to scoop up all the other podcasts. And people are going to say it's out of nowhere, but he's literally the guy where it's like, how are you in charge of this place? Well, he just hung around long enough and now he's in charge of the place. And if you ask him any questions, he's going to throw this look at you. So it's like how in kids scary movies when where they can't show someone dying, but the monster will just make a face and then it just cuts to a later scene in the movie to imply that the monster killed the guy. That's what you would see in some Disney Channel Halloween movie. I don't know.
Yeah, it would show that, and then it would just show the shadow of the other person getting eaten.
Yeah.
You just see it on the pavement or something.
Yeah. His tie or shirt just fall into the frame or something.
He's got Kirby mouth. He just looks like he's gonna suck everything into his mouth.
The whole audience, they disappeared afterwards because he's just...
You got Kirby's mouth and Yoshi's tongue.
Yeah. And you know what? As a comedian, he's only as funny as the crowd, as the crowd's suggestion. Mm-hmm. So what's that say about you, Peter?
And I'll be honest, I kind of like Erik Griffin a little bit just because, well, actually, no, but he's sort of funny in his own way.
He is. He's like he's definitely like the poorest comedian who hangs out with all of like the comedian podcasters.
But he's married to that model, which is kind of crazy for him.
Yes, that is kind of nuts. Because how did he scoop that? Does he talk about it ever? Or
she was on his pod one time. I'll have to watch it. Maybe we'll have more Erik Griffin follow up at some point.
Yeah, is she like Romanian or something? Like a mail order bride?
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, that's worth investigating. So there we go. We've got Jeremiah Watkins. He is now the most recent comedian in the Comedian Cemetery, Comedy Cemetery. He does have a completely other podcast, but we might get into that some other time. And there we go. So now we've got beef this week. New sound. Excuse me. Hang on. Hey, Reed.
Oh, my God.
Do you have any beef this week, or do you want me to start?
I'll go.
Okay.
No, it's not very good. Okay, see, I've been having trouble coming with beef of the week because I'm so damn happy lately.
Good. That's a good.
But the beef of the week is Taylor Swift fans, I guess. But I don't even want to go after her fans. I'm going to go after Taylor Swift herself. Mm-hmm. I'm going after Queen Bee herself. Okay, everybody thinks she's a genius. I think she just, and this is crazy, and maybe I've told you this before behind closed doors. I think she just is like has Asperger's or something. She's like incredibly productive. She's like seems emotionally distant. People think she's like emotionally deep and she just has her heart broken. I think it's all made up. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember why I got on some Taylor Swift shit this week, but her fans are stupid though. But you can't hate fan bases of normie stuff.
Yeah.
Because if Taylor Swift was shot and dead tomorrow, if she was George Floyded tomorrow, mm-hmm. then those people would just gravitate to some other stupid bullshit.
Right.
I mean, I have seen so many accounts since I've been back on Twitter after I got unbanned by Elon personally. And the people that just go around following celebrities, do you know what I mean? Just fan pages. That stuff's weird that even exists.
Yeah.
So I guess my beef of the week is Taylor Swift. Hope she fucking gets hit by a car. That was it.
I don't even know any of like the new Taylor Swift songs, but she had that Ticketmaster scandal recently. She's always in the news. And I actually have someone that I work with who's like a dad, and he's listened to the new album because his daughters have it. But he just like went into this like Anthony Fantano-esque rant about why the new Taylor Swift album isn't good. And I'm like, if your kid likes something that's shitty, like you just play it and you know it's going to be bad. You don't need to like construct like an argument and a review as to why it's bad. Like it's Taylor Swift. What did you honestly expect?
Also, maybe spend more time with your kids.
Yeah,
and then you can influence their music decision a little bit more. And like,
yep.
Then they won't like Taylor Swift.
But it was just weird. I don't know how people could have such a strong opinion about just like taking a Taylor Swift album seriously as something to review. It's just weird to me.
That's my beef.
So it's like reviewing diarrhea and you're like, diarrhea is really gross. Yeah. What did you expect, bro? I also have a music themed beef of the week. So I found this album recently. It's called Signal, and the band is Automatic. It's like a post-punk band, something like that, right? Mm. And this is the album cover. I'll show you all right here. So this is it. This album came out in 2019, and I'm going, kind of a cool album cover, but hang on. This reminds me of something super gay. So then I cross-reference this album cover. This is from Black Country New Roads' Ants from Up There album cover. I mean, bro, literally stealing the structure. I don't know if, and I also don't know if this is a trend to put something in a plastic bag.
You know, what the fuck?
So I reached out to Ziplock. I sent them an email. I've yet to hear back from them. But they just totally ripped off the album. And this album, I feel like, has been undershadowed. And then, meanwhile, this album is so stupid. I mean, everyone pretended that this album was like the new Aeroplane Over the Sea, which it is, because I hate that album too.
Same.
But they all pretended like this was the next big thing because why? The lead singer like ran away and disappeared because he has mental health issues. So now we have to pretend like this is art. This album was so gay and stupid. I hate that anyone even liked it. And I hate that they stole the album cover, or at least heavily ripped off from this. So That's my beef of the week.
Yeah, the plastic bag thing is weird. I don't know. I mean, you'd think somebody would have had to have seen that.
Yeah.
But
Oh, definitely. And you know what? They have a bunch of different singles too, and they all have that same plastic bag look. So they think they invented the plastic bag. So,
oh man, yeah, I do hate that people think that album is so good.
It's like
even though I've had no real conversations with anybody about it, but it's like again one of those internet things where now, no, it's like it is like whatever Neutral Milk Hotel or is that the name of that band?
Yeah.
Neutral Milk Hotel.
What a stupid name. It's almost like with Of Montreal, their song names. If they didn't, it's like when you name a song, there's like a threshold where something's pretentious. But like Of Montreal, they just crank it up so much to where it's like so pretentious. It's like kind of making fun of itself in a way. So and that's even, again, that's a tough slippery slope of its own. Cause then you become that was pretentious, huh? But they get away with it. I don't know how they do it, but they do. But aeroplane over the sea, Neutral Milk Hotel, ants from up there, plastic Ziplock baggie. Just shut up. Yeah, fucking. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching, listening to this episode of Steven. Leave a like.
Thank you.
And
thanks.
Once again, check out the John interview.
Yeah, please watch it, share it with your grandmother, share it with your mother, share it with your father. We need people to watch it. Yes. John's a fucking hero of ours. We love John. It was a fun interview. It was great. Thanks, guys.
See ya.